Hi all, Matt here from Matt's Motor Diaries. Today's the day we're getting the S3 back. It's on its way back now on that lorry. They're going to drop it off in front of my house and then let's try and get it around the back. Wish me luck on this, guys. This is the start of that journey. And we've got it back. Now, Copart have very kindly dropped it here for me. Now, problem we've got now, guys, is we've got two flat tyres and we need to take it under there. Now, to do that, I've had to take away some parts of the vehicle already. So our headlights off, bumper off. We've got some other bits to take off it here at the front, trying to clear the front of it as much as possible because the car has dropped the front. So I'm struggling to get underneath it with a jack. Need to get a jack underneath it, spare wheel on, another spare wheel I've got onto it. Hopefully then we can get it rolling and get it in there. Here's a brief glimpse of our little superstar helper. Let's see what we do together.
Yeah.
Right, Seb, what are you going to get off then, Sebby? What are you taking off? What do you want to take off? Have a little look.
I'm trying to take this little.
The whole engine off. So all this, it's all black here. This isn't as bad as it looks. What this is
That's what I tried to
where the
take off.
engine cover has all melted on the engine.
That's what I tried to get off.
Underneath it, most parts are actually looking okay. Obviously the hoses here are completely melted, and this here I'm looking at is a power steering reservoir. So that's completely
But
toast.
also this white is quite broken.
Yeah. So this is top of the engine bay, that's the top of the engine bay, you can see, or top of the engine itself you can see there.
I think I must try and get this bit off.
Fuel rails here, the fuel rails have completely melted, which
And of course, this
wouldn't
bit
help you with the fire.
of course this is breaking because I can easily just touch it and break it off.
Yeah, that's the paint on the wing coming off. You see the loom here is completely fried as well. That loom is absolutely knackered.
And I can find this.
It's glass. Yeah, just quite careful with the glass.
It's
Put it back
very
in there,
rough.
so put it back there. Then we've got the ECU brain of the car. That is not looking the best. But I say we have Sebby found. What we found, Sebby, we can buy?
A new engine.
A whole new engine with a wiring loom and an ECU.
Oh, what the
So
heck?
I feel we can do that, not a problem.
Oh, what
All the
the
silicon parts are still all
Daddy?
okay.
We can't get this bit off. We can't do
Nope.
it.
Yeah, those bits are melted on as well, so some of these bits are completely unsalvageable.
Whoa, that is so done.
That's melted.
Daddy.
So what this concerns me, Sebby, look, this charge pipe goes from the turbo. So out the turbo, into the intercoolers at the front of here. And what is in here, Seb? What is this?
Oil.
That is oil. Well done, mate. That is oil. There should
And-
not really be oil in there.
It should be a goldish colour, not a brownish.
Oh, it's
and
golden
black.
colour. It's a golden colour. The oil looks okay. It's just not where it should be, mate.
No, it should be in there.
It should be in the bottom of the engine, mate.
Should
Yeah.
have take this out and take how much
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, well done. What's this, Sebby?
Your thing how to take how much out.
This is dipstick,
Yeah.
and that is very black. And if we dip it in the dipstick here, there is what's in there?
No.
No oil, because I have a feeling. Well, when this engine went
Oh,
pop, all
Daddy.
the oil came out.
No, not all, because I just saw a bit of oil go pop out of there.
A little
Yeah.
dribble. That's not going to do it for this engine, is it? See, little man here knows
I
what
think
he's
I
doing.
can take this out.
Future mechanic here. We'll leave that there for now. It's a fuel rail. We're going to leave the engine for now. Simple things, okay? First things first. We get the engine working. We need to get the vehicle moved. We can't leave it here.
But I can't do it because, oh,
What can we do?
I think if we go in there and try and if it doesn't make a noise, that means we
It's not
can't
going to work,
move
mate.
it.
You know why?
No.
Over here, this is the battery. The battery's connected because no, the engine's going to work. There's no oil in it. So the engine, no working. No work the engine. But we need to get it rolling. We need to get it moving.
Daddy,
So we're going to take off,
have to
Sebby, the
push
front
it.
wheels. Yeah, we just push it. With flat tyres, very difficult. Take off these flat tyres, these flat wheels. We've got a spare wheel over there for the car, and a spare wheel for my Jaguar, which is the same fitment.
Daddy,
We'll chuck them on, get it
can you
moving.
believe it?
Let's see how
I
we go,
see
guys.
something what's very bad. Look how bad it is.
Here we are. Problem number 1. The engine has dropped in the engine bay, suspension's collapsed. This will be down to the fire that had happened in the vehicle. Now we can't get our jack underneath. Let's see what workaround we can do. Voice over time again, guys. Firstly, apologies, the video was taken by my little man, did it in portrait mode, so it looks a little bit different. However, this is where you can see me having my workaround with the low height of the vehicle. So I was able to get my jack under the chassis rail to raise the vehicle. From there I can get my axle stand under to make it safe and secure, to enable me to change over the wheels. I did this both sides, so a spare wheel on both sides from 2 of my different cars. Unfortunately, when I then lowered the vehicle, I had the other issue of when I lowered the vehicle, the jack was still underneath, and that was too big to then remove it. So I had to put more purchase under the wheels by finding blocks of wood to put under the wheels to again keep that vehicle at a higher height to then enable me to remove the jack. Next problem I had after this, a 3 problem now. This is problem number 3, was the issue of the spare tyres themselves. Both of them were also equally flat. So challenge again, we worked around it, we got both the wheels on regardless, we committed it this far, and then from there we were able to push the vehicle more into the corner. At this point I've now accepted I couldn't get it through the archway because that's up a slight incline, and on flat tyres with the engine itself lowered in the subframe, that wasn't going to happen. So we've been able to push it in the corner a bit further near my property, and hopefully it's a bit more out the way from there. Here we are, we made it, it's out the way, nearly killed me, but we and my partner got it there in the end. Now, as you can see here from the interior, it's still looking pretty sorry for itself, but this should be a pretty easy tidy up, and something I'll look to do over the weekend. For now, let's put this to bed and carry on another day there. Hi there guys, end of day 1, and unfortunately, you guessed it, we failed. The Audi did not make it through the archway. Between me and my partner, we did get it moved here, but unfortunately I lived up to my nickname, Fortnite. I'm too weak, I could not get it through that archway. Over the weekend we're going to see if any of my friends available, we can get it up there. It's going to be a challenge, we look forward to that. We'll carry on, see what we can do. But let's see what we got up to today, where we are with things. So here we are guys, this is it, front end torn down. So cooler pipe's taken off there. I saw in the charge pipe, well my little boy actually, saw in the charge pipe, there's oil in there, and down there as well. There's no oil in the engine at all. So I suspect something has happened somewhere to cause the engine to go pop, which is related to that. We'll have to see later on as we break it down and go from there. For now, I want to get it looking presentable so it's not an eyesore out here, as well as get it on my driveway. So, tonight, tarp over it, keep it out of the way here in the corner. Fingers crossed over the weekend we can move it. So, we're able to lock it luckily at least, so let's have a little look inside. How are we looking? So it's a bit of a mess in here guys. No, but ultimately the clocks are still okay. That was, I was concerned about fire damage on them. The whole dashboard will need to be replaced, but they're actually surprisingly easy to come by. Saggy headlining, which is standard on these cars, but that was pre-accident, and the obvious elephant in the room, that windscreen and steering wheel. But other than that, I think the interior has actually gone off lightly. It doesn't smell in here either of fire, so I'm hoping that'll be a relatively easy fix. It is mainly electrical, what with the ECU being there. That is not ideal, and obviously the loom is running down here, absolutely melted all down here, so that's going to need a whole new loom. and I think that engine is kaput. I don't think that's salvageable. Now, I have seen them available to purchase at a very reasonable price, so I think we can do this relatively easy. It's going to be a long process, however, and one I'm looking forward to. Cheers for tuning in, guys, on day one of the S3 build. We're going to continue over the weekend, try and get it looking a little bit more presentable with what we've got available to us, and go from there. It's not going to be an easy one, it's not going to be a quick fix. It's a summer job. Hopefully I can get it done, or the majority of it actually at least cosmetically done, and it's watertight and could put it away for winter. But the plan is I want to get it done for next summer at the latest, but I'm not going to rush this. These sort of jobs can't be rushed. Take your time, do it properly, make logs of what you've done, what you've taken off, where things go back. Be sensible, take your time. Either way, guys, I'll leave you to it. Be safe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like it. Expect another one next week. Cheers, guys.